Well, it's been a few weeks before you've had anything from me. Sorry about that. I've been a bit tied up recently. Well, there's always hope, isn't there? Anyway, we're back on Dartmoor. This is the South Moor this time, where I came a few times last year. I'm going to do a similar walk, stroke the same walk, aim for hopefully the same camp as I've done up on the South Moor before. Just a couple of differences. In the past, well, I still camp at Harford car park, which is hopefully a good car park to use. It's in the middle of nowhere anyway. Normally I walk back down the road from Harford car park over a small bridge, and then there's a gate just the other side of the bridge which takes you onto the moor. But the trouble is, it's a horrible path along there, and I've been along there 2 or 3 times, and you spend half of it not literally bushwhacking, but it's wet and boggy. It's very overgrown. It's a horrible path. So I had a quick look on the map yesterday, and I noticed that there was a track about 200 or so yards or meters further on. So I thought this time let's try that track, and you can't miss it. It's a wooden gate, which obviously is down the hill, but it actually brings you along this quite nice path here, and I'm hoping, you know, up onto the moor, up in that direction. I've brought the Phantom with me, so I've attached, what I've done, I'll try and show you better later on, but I've put 2 batteries, I brought 2 batteries for it. I put the 2 batteries in there, and I've attached the Phantom here, so it's upside down. I've put bubble wrap around the gimbal, and then I sort of secured it down with bungee cord here on the outside. And the remote control I've put inside. Normally for this walk I'd get away with my small mute pack, but this time I've brought the burn pack, just to, that's the MLD burn pack, just to give a bit more room to put the remote control in and utilise the side pockets like that. But as you can see, even with that, it's still almost you know, too big for that. So once I've eaten the food, it's going to be even less room taken up tomorrow. Well, this is Bledge Brook here. It's just a very small brook that runs down into the River and we're going to go in that direction, and in that direction is Head, and sort of, you know, the start of the river, or River And what I'm hoping to do is, once I get over there, is I'll get the Phantom out and I'll do a bit of flying over in, you know, in that direction. Oh. Just thinking about the Bledge Brook here, one question that does crop up now and again, and that is, how do I treat my water here on Dartmoor? Well, the simple answer to that question is I don't. I just drink it straight from the river. But of course, I can't tell you that, so it's probably better that you all treat your water. I don't want you going down with botulism or something. So if you do want to treat your water, then Aquamira or something like that is what I used to use. Right, so we've just found this stone circle, just walked through it. And then there's a small stone row, which seems to stretch for quite a long way actually, down that valley, and then up the other side. And you can see the river arm is this one coming around here, and it's going to come around here, and then in a minute it's going to go around the back of this valley. So I'll be heading, we're really following this stone row straight through there, and then pick up the river arm just the other side of this small hill, right past where all those cows are. There's quite a bit of livestock out here at the moment. You've got cows there, there's another load of cows there, there's a few sheep over there, and then there's some more cows over in that direction. From what I remember when I was here last year, there were a lot of cows around here last year as well. Now you can just make out the line of stones coming down here, across here, and right towards these cows, which just so happen to be right on my path. And I'm afraid I have nothing against cows, but they can get out of my they can get out of my way. As you can see, they just shift. I think most of these are they look like young boy cows, I think. That's a female. Oh, that's a female cow. She's just looking inquisitive. Just don't get between them, that's the important thing. So you notice there's no cows at all on that side, they're all on one side. So as long as you don't so as long as you don't separate a mum and its calf, in my experience, and I'll probably get squashed by a cow one day, but my experience is that generally speaking they'll just get out of your way. Got some ponies up here as well, and a couple of sheep. In fact, I can't quite see my screen. I did see a foal. I can't quite see, the sun's shining on my screen, but I think that's a foal there. And there's two lying down over there as well. But I'm not going to approach them, I'll leave them be. You can see now the cows are crossing back to where I'd walked past. They're fine. Well, just to prove there really is a Snowdon on Dartmoor. There's not very much to look at, I'm afraid. Just a pile of rocks. But this is Snowdon. And that hill on the distance back there, that's Riders Hill. And I walked along the ridge on the horizon and around the back up to Riders Hill. It's quite a long walk, this one. A few more of the Dartmoor ponies up here. very friendly, the Dartmoor ponies. They like to get quite close and investigate and say hello. I was just walking along the track heading towards the dam, which actually is over there, and my mind had obviously wandered again. Something else must have been on my mind, and I should have been over that way. And as I was walking along that track up there, because I've done this last year, this walk, I suddenly thought the terrain or the path just looked different, and I thought, hang on a minute, I've gone not wrong, but I've overshot my mark a bit. So I thought, well, I better just quickly check the GPS, which I did, and that's when I discovered I'd just gone a little bit too far, not too much. As I said, the dam's just up there. So I just came cross country down here where this track is. And then I don't think you can quite see it from, oh actually we might be able to. Right, well you may not be able to see it, but just on the horizon, that's I think is Black Tor. So this path here will follow this stream, which as I say comes from the dam. So I'm only a few hundred meters out, not much. And normally I would have crossed by the dam and then I would have gone around the other side of these hills. But so if I get down that way to Black Tor down there, and there's a bridge according to the map, I can cross over here, head up to Black Tor, and then where I camp should be the other side of that, you know, give or take a bit. So we'll just cut out these hills here, so it's no big deal at all. It's a bit different, to be honest. I was just walking down this track that I hadn't intended on walking down, and almost a avenue of rhododendron trees, or big bushes anyway. If I hadn't have come this way, I wouldn't have seen these. Right, well, I've got a few Ritz crackers left, and I've just made a cup of soup, and I'll try and pop out, not literally, I'll try and pop out in a minute and show you around here, but I've brought the Mountain Oil Designs Grace Solo tarp with me today. I checked the forecast and it looked good to very good. Not high pressure per se, but certainly felt, you know, that this would be more than adequate for today. So I haven't used it for a year or thereabouts, so I thought it'd be a good chance to bring it out and give it another try. Right, I brought the Phantom with me there, and that's strapped to the outside, and I brought the remote control, and that went inside the pack. And I was hoping to fly earlier on today, but the river or the brook that I was looking for, that I'd seen last year, that I thought looked really pretty, that I was going to fly along, I couldn't find. So I'll have to see if I can find that another time. And then that was this morning, and then this afternoon as I was coming up sort of Riders Hill and over Snowdon and that sort of area, again it got quite blustery, and I didn't really much fancy flying in that breeze. Probably would have been fine, but I just didn't fancy it. I say I've put the batteries go in this side pocket here, and the monitor goes in that side pocket there, and then I've put the props in there. Okay, they are loose, but it's very floppy and pretty safe, so, and they're soft as well, so I feel quite happy with them in there. There's nothing in there that's going to damage them, and when the pack's done up, it all comes over pretty neatly and straight and everything, so I'm pretty happy with the props in there. Right, hopefully before this you will have some flying footage. I managed to get the Phantom up. Well, I got something up anyway. Oh, God. So I got the Phantom up and had a fly around. I haven't flown in weeks. It must be about 6 weeks since I've flown for various reasons. But anyway, I haven't flown for a while, so I was a bit rusty. So I just kept it fairly local around camp. And I saw a shepherd going across there, so hopefully you should see that, and you should see the shelter and everything. I thought I'd just show you how I sort of pack it away. Because the gimbal is attached, I like to have that, because that's, oops, let's get this pointed the right direction. Yeah, I like to have this protected because this is obviously loose, so you don't want this flopping around all over the place on the pack. So I've got this bubble wrap, I should just put down there and then dangle it down there, and then just sort of, you know, put it in like that. God, it gets worse. Anyway, yeah, sort of poke it like that. And then it fits inside this extra large Cuban stuff sack. Of course, you don't have to use a Cuban stuff sack, you could probably use a black bag or something. But it fits in that perfectly. Mountain Laurel Designs, of course. So, and then that goes on the outside of the pack. And then, as I say, the remote control there. That's the monitor in there. I might look to get a clear pouch for that, perhaps. So I'll have a think on that. I've used up one whole battery. So there was about 13 minutes of footage. The first time I went up, I forgot to turn the recorder on, so I didn't record anything first time. So I've done that, and I brought the Fat Shark thingamybobs for the signal. So yes, that worked out pretty well. So, you know, fingers crossed, as they say, that the footage will be okay. And because LiPo batteries that are used in this are potentially explosive, chances are exceedingly rare that that would happen, but just on the off chance, I brought two batteries, I've used one up, so I'm going to probably go back with one full one now. But just to be on the safe side, I store them inside sort of a fireproof pouch for walking. Whether that would really make much difference out here with my kit, I don't know. Probably not a lot. But every little bit helps, as they say. So I just, for the moment, keeping those in there, and then they get stored in that. So it also gives a little bit of padding as well. So you get a rough idea as to, you know, space under here. I've got it pitched reasonably high. I'm not sure you'd want it, well, you could have it higher, of course, but out here I don't think you'd want it much higher with the breeze. But there is definitely a breeze that comes through. So I'm just going to get ready for bed. So you'll have to go away for a minute. I say, kind of bloke have a moment's peace. Go, turn off, cut, edit. Have a moment, please. Finally find some dignity. I'm not sure I know what dignity is. But anyway, once you've found that, then you can tuck yourself up. Ooh. I've got to find my pillow. Yeah, I must find my pillow in a minute, that's the next thing. And then we'll see. I brought the Mountain Laurel Designs Spirit 48 quilt with me. Plus the medium-sized super light bivvy. Thought I'd give that a go this time. Anyway, I think food is calling, and tea.
Well, good morning. It's nearly 7 o'clock. My eyes are watering as usual. Had a pretty good night's sleep. It was a little bit on the cool side, but not. It wasn't cold. This super light bivvy is medium size, so I did notice, as you can see, there's plenty of room in it, but I am quite close to you know, to taking up all of the space in it. So of course this time I brought the small, the X-Lite mat with me. Probably would be better off with one of the slightly thinner mats inside. I was just looking at these drops of water, but I think this is where it splashed in from the outside when I opened up, because there aren't any drops of water down there or up here, so that splashes the... I don't think there's been any condensation either, which is good. There's been a good breeze, and there's no condensation on the underside of the tarp either. But again, as I say, there has been a good breeze blowing through. I've got some water on, so I'm going to have a cup of tea and I'll do up a breakfast. Right, well, I'm nearly back at the car, which is just down there. I thought I'd get back about 9:30, but it's 10 to 9 now, so I'm going to get back by about 9. So I think I've been going like the clappers along here. Not quite sure what I'm rushing for. There's obviously 1, 2 or 3 reasons to be getting back. But it's been an enjoyable walk. And you know, I'll catch you all again in the near future. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.